Alright everybody, welcome to another MTG Card Market video series of mine. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. The Modern Cube went online on Magic Online and I figured I'll jump into a Modern Cube for a change and we'll do a Modern Cube draft together. So this is our first pack. Let's look at what we got. I think Stagger Shock is actually pretty good. I don't know like the entire cube, so I don't know how well it lines up in the format. But it is definitely one of the more powerful cards in the pack. I mean, you can always take a duel if you want to, but it's not too great. Herald of Torment is kind of decent, I guess. I think I'll just go with the Stagger Shock for the first pick. It's not the most flashy card, but it is a potentially pretty powerful card, and it's also splashable potentially. Like, Spectral Possession is really powerful, but a lot of commitment too. Oh, Chandra Pyromancer, that's a pretty big deal. Wildfire, some fetch lands. Quarantine Field's pretty strong too actually, so is Master of the Wild Hunt. And I guess in Cube, Miloku is pretty good too. There's a lot of pretty good cards here, but I think I'll just go with Chandra for now. I mean, she has some issues defending herself, since she doesn't have like an ability with a good board impact, but it's just a really powerful card and goes well with our first pick. So I think I'll just stick to Chandra here. In an overall pretty good pack. I think this pack is a lot better than our first pack. Between like so many good playables, strong cards. Alright, let's take the Chandra. What else do we got here? Pyroclasm Effect, Shadow Mage, Siphoner, Collective Effort. Like, we could easily take Nissa, some nice fixing and like land drop fixing. Maybe we even get like a duel to fix some color, and it's like a pretty good card overall. And this pack is like not that powerful. I mean, taking something like Thoughtseize doesn't seem that great, and in general like the black cards don't seem that great with what we have so far. I think we could also potentially take like a Temporal Isolation, since it's a fairly good removal. But I think I'll just take Nissa for now. It's a potential bomb. Alright, so we got a couple of really good cards here again. We have a Ajani, which is arguably another really strong Planeswalker, and Inferno Titan, which is also really powerful. And let's keep in mind here, I'm going into this cube with not a ton of knowledge about the entire card pool, so I'm kind of winging it here. Just trying to like enjoy the cube and going with the flow. So I think, since we are going kind of towards like a potentially green-red, like good stuff type of thing, Titan is a pretty good option and really powerful. This pulls us in like another direction color-wise, so maybe I'll just go with Titan. I mean, that might easily be a mistake, since Ajani is arguably really powerful and a lot cheaper, but I'm not sure. And here I think it's likely Bonfire. This is like the bad Gideon. This doesn't go too well with our current plan. Although, it kind of possibly does. This is kind of alright. I think I'll just go with the Bonfire. It kind of goes with our like high curve approach and can like easily win games on its own. Granted, it's a pretty bad flip with like a pretty mediocre flip with Chandra, but that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so what do we have here? I think Pia and Kieran is a pretty solid pickup. I mean, we could also go towards like red-black and pick like an Obnixilis or whatever, but I think as long as we have powerful red cards, I'll just stick to red and then see where it takes us. Mindbender. Gargadon is not particularly appealing. Traverse might actually be kind of nice. And I probably like it best here. I mean, Yosei is like kind of so-so if you can't sack it. And even then, it requires some setup and stuff. So I think I'll just go with Traverse for now. Like, fixes is a splash or additional color and can turn into a tutor down the line. Alright, so here we have like Pyroclasm or Absence Pilgrim. Like, Pilgrim is kind of decent in accelerating into our stuff. And like Pyroclasm helps us survive early, but I think for now I'll just take the Pilgrim, since we have a pretty high curve and having like acceleration seems pretty nice. And yeah, this seems like a decent additional fixer slash ramp. Alright, and there we have a couple of like additional like big mana cards, although we kind of already have a good setup for that. To be fair, Wildfire is kind of nice with like Titan and Planeswalkers. So that might be an interesting option. And I mean, Baloth is a pretty... Oops, that was an accident. I kind of was inclined to take Wildfire, but Baloth is fine too. And yeah, I guess here we just take this as like a potential splash. And this is actually a pretty decent card for our deck. So might this Grudge for the sideboard. Yeah, we're kind of like moving towards like a red-green mid-range ramp type deck. Another Planeswalker. Caryatid is a pretty big deal actually. Release the Gremlins. Doesn't seem that great in a format like this. This is like a pretty good option. This is arguably better than Caryatid, since it ramps so heavy with our like top end. I think I kind of like Devoted Druid. It's a pretty powerful ramp. I mean, Arctrail is really good too, and Caryatid as well. Free or splashing especially. But yeah, I think Devoted Druid is gonna be a great accelerant in a deck like this. Alright, what else do we have here? We have some more Planeswalkers. It's like a decent one. Then yeah, Chandra Nala is like alright, but also has some tension with our other Chandra. Potentially. We have a tree caller here. I'm almost inclined to just take the tree caller for like the ramp, the power ramp. It's a bit so-so in our deck right now, I think. Maybe just Oracle, since I mean it's a lot of card advantage, which is kind of nice and helps us hit our high drops and feed our Rampaging Baloth and Bonfire. Yeah, I mean maybe it's a bit too slow, I'm not sure, but it's like a fairly unique and powerful effect, so I'll give it a try. Oh, we get like more powerful top end if we want to. And a duel. this doesn't seem like a great fit for our deck. But Hornet Queen certainly does. I mean, it pushes us more towards like being a big mana deck, but the card is so powerful that I think I'm just like gonna give it a try and focus even more on like ramp type cards. Alright. Sweet. We got a Sakura Tribe Elder, that's great. There's a bunch of nice cards in the pack even, like Raging Ravine and Vanova Elf, and then Protector, and even like Eldritch Evolution. Like Emissary into Oracle of Moldaya and stuff is really nice. But yeah, I think Sakura Tribe Elder is just like very solid and something that our deck wants. Alright. This pack is pretty empty for us. Spellscape maybe? This artwork looks so weird. Haven't seen that one before. Yeah, I think I'll take this Spells Guide. Or maybe just like Gold Knight Castigator for the sideboard against like slow decks. Maybe just like sideboard Spells Guide. For now. What's that thing? Alright, expertise. That is potentially pretty good. So is Weaker Bow Elder. I mean, we have like a bunch of nice things to play with this. Arguably we already have a bunch of high cost cards, so it might be a bit ambitious, and having some main deck removal seems pretty nice. I think I'll go for the like more robust and flexible card here to not get our top end too high. Kitchen Finks seems great for our deck. I mean, Earthquake is potentially really nice too. Yeah, I think I'll stick to the Kitchen Finks here. Oh, Cultivate and Lightning Strike. Like Cultivate seems pretty good. So does Lightning Strike. Like what ramp do we have? Pilgrim, Druid, Elder, Emissary, Oracle, and Sword of Nisa. I think we could really use some additional removal, so I'll take the Lightning Strike, but it's a close call. Cultivate is really good in a deck like this, I think. And can take like Clifftop Retreat for potential isolation splash, especially since it also is basically colored mana for our Kitchen Finks. So it doesn't even hurt our Finks. Or even makes the mana for our Finks better. Nest Invader. How good is Rapid Bite in our deck? Not that great, I guess. I think I'll probably just take Nest Invader or Pilgrim's Eye, so we have some more stuff early on. And we already have like decent fetch fixing for our potential White Splash. Nice. Always take a free duel late. Oh, and we got Lanova Elf back. Or do we want Eldritch Evolution? I mean, Eldritch Evolution seems kind of nice with like Nest Invader, Emissary, Finks, Nissa, Vengevine. Yeah, I think I'll try Eldritch Evolution. Seems interesting. Castigator for the sideboard. And I guess since we got it back, we might as well take it and consider if we run it. Alright, so Outpost Siege, Magma Jet, Don't think we want Hero of Oxide Ridge in a deck like ours. Treetop seems decent, but not great. I think Magma Jet is actually nice. Gives us some more early game. Fixes our draw. It is possible that Outpost Siege is better, but we already have like a bunch of really good like card advantage, game breaking type stuff. So I rather just want to like make the deck smoother early on. This is a great pickup for a deck like ours. And one of these two maybe comes back. That's even better. Or just like Sunpetal Grove. But yeah, Mizio Mortis is amazing for our deck. It's good early, good late. Good against the decks that we are probably weakest to. Just nice. Alright. Garruk Primal Hunter is a potentially nice pickup. So is Devil's Play. I think Garruk is probably just too good not to take. Card's just so powerful. Dominated Standard for when it was legal. So yeah, I'll just pick Garruk. Goes pretty well in our deck. Good proactive and card advantage potential. And here we have a pretty clear Witness, I think. I mean, we could also take Sword of War and Peace, but it's like one of the worst swords for our type of deck, I think, and Witness fits in pretty well with the whole like Eldritch Evolution and Rampy type stuff. And there we have another duel. Or Volt Charge. I think Volt Charge is what our deck wants and needs. We have pretty good mana, probably, so Volt Charge is nice. And it's also like nice to proliferate on our Planeswalkers. Or even on our Wickerbow Elder to kill 2 targets and stuff like that. It's a couple of nice interactions. Not what our deck wants. Not really what our deck wants either, I think. But this might be a potential splash card as well. So why not just take this? Alright. So yeah, so far I think the deck looks kind of nice and interesting. Alright. Anger might be nice. But so could be Awakening Zone. Like, Awakening Zone is a bit slow. Probably not the greatest like type of ramp effect. Maybe Anger just makes more sense as like a way to defend ourselves early. I mean, there's some stuff that suffers from it, like especially Devoted Druid and Pilgrim, and to some extent our 3-drops. And all our 4-drops die to it. But it is a pretty powerful effect when it's good. Not sure if I want to main deck it, but I think it's definitely good to have access to in a deck like this. Ooh, nice. So Ooze versus Slime. Double Ooze. I mean, they're both pretty good. And I think Scavenging Ooze is just a bit more powerful. And another early drop, which is nice. And I guess here... I think I'll just take the Treetop. I think it's not likely that we're gonna splash white. And Treetop allows us to like run a higher land count without caring too much, I think, and gives us some flood protection. Which should be nice. And there's another Accelerant. Deck at least has a lot of consistent pieces for its plan. We're gonna see how good the plan is and how well it's gonna pan out. This is another potentially really powerful splash card. Seems like we are more likely to splash black at this point than white. But I'm likely not splashing either. But yeah, I mean, splashing Dreadbore and Olivia certainly potentially pretty powerful. Alright, so let's take a look. We definitely have to cut a couple of cards, which makes it super unlikely that we're going to splash anything. So maybe we just don't want Anger main deck. Vengevine seems kind of bad. They seem kind of nice in a deck like this. They just trade with stuff without costing us cards. Nice recursive with our like small turtles. Might want to cut Nest Invader. So I think 17 land should be fine, given that we have Traverse and so much ramp. So we still gotta cut 3 cards. I mean, don't think we wanna cut any of our like non-creature cards. Like our removal and planeswalkers all seem pretty powerful. Maybe we don't want main deck Wickerbow Elder. Not sure though. I mean, it's kind of good at what it does. Might want to cut Viridian Emissary now that we have like Elder and Druid and 2 1-drop Excellence. Sure, it's like a nice target for Eldritch Evolution into our 4-drops and stuff, but it's not that great. Plus it's better to use Eldritch Evolution on a 4-drop to ramp into our 6s. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this guy and like 2 more. What else do we want to cut? I think Sphinx is pretty good. Maybe just the Elder and something else. Maybe one of the 2 6s, since Hornet Queen is definitely great. Then again, we have a bunch of like land fetching stuff to make Balers better, like Oracle, Nissa, Tribe Elder, and Traverse. Plus like the card draw. So this like takes over a game harder than Titan. If it like lives. I think at this point we pretty much definitely have to cut Elder and just like sideboard it. And like what else? Do we maybe just want to cut Pia and Kieran? I mean, they seem pretty good and the deck is a bit light on creatures. Maybe we just want to cut one of these burn spells. Like Lightning Strike maybe. Maybe just play 16 lands between like 4, 5, 6 cards that give us mana or lands plus Traverse. I think 17 should be better, especially that we also have a treetop. And we have quite a top end. Don't think we want to cut something like Chandra. I mean, Pia is like pretty great with evolution and also just like a decent stabilizer and value and stuff. split it. Not sure how that got in. Alright, so that's our mana base. So we just gotta like cut one more card. So what do we want to cut though? Maybe just cut Traverse. We are not that great at enabling Delirium. And without Delirium it's pretty bad. Yeah, I think I'll just cut Traverse. Card is just like not very good. We are not likely to turn it on. And it would be like an 18th land, which doesn't sound good either. So yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna run it for now. With a bunch of really good sideboard cards. Like, we have some stuff against slower decks, we have some stuff against faster decks like Anger. We have artifact and enchantment removal. Can even splash sideboarded cards like Dreadbore. Or like hard answers if we need to deal with something big. Alright, deck looks solid. I mean, I would even be inclined, looks pretty good, but it's kind of hard to say in Cube when all decks look pretty powerful and do pretty powerful stuff by normal standards. So I think we don't know until we get into our games. Alright, that's it for the deck building. That's how we're gonna run it. See you in a moment with the first match. Stay tuned.